Hello everybody, I'm Alpaca Patrol, and this is Hungry Hubert. Yes, I am doing another checkout video. I have a bunch of videos, or a bunch of games that I have a backlog of covering in the checkout series, and you know what? I wanted to start on Hungry Hubert, because one, I recently got the game, as been a email form, and I've been meaning to cover it. And it's particularly simple, so it's easy for me to talk about. There's obviously no music, and that is because there isn't any music in the game yet, so it's not actually fully finished, unfortunately. But you can try to greenlight the game on Steam, which is the link that I'm going to provide down below. There's also a website, which I don't think you can purchase the game off of there. But, basically, this is an alpha demo version 3, obviously, as it says on the bottom left-hand corner. It was a Ludum Dare, which I don't know how to say Ludum Dare properly. Is it Ludum Dare? Is it Ludum Dare? I don't really know. But it was a Ludum Dare game, and it's being turned into a fully fledged game. So I might as well just get into the game to show you what it is, to see if you want to play it. It's obviously very minimalist in its art style, so far as you can tell. I really like the sound effects, though. I just dig on the old chiptune 8-bit type sounds. But as you can see, the titular character, Hubert, there, is even very minimalist in his black and white 8-bit style. You know, the art actually reminds me a lot of Super Crate Box and things made by, what is the name of that company? Oh gosh, I actually forget now. But let's go ahead and play the tutorial, just because, you know, I think it's probably a good place to start. It gives you a general idea of the game, and it's easy for me to talk about. So, I'm using the Xbox controller. The game is made in Unity, and it has a native Xbox controller support. By the way, if you see black and white, or black bars on the either side of the video, that's because the game does run in 4:3, so it's not a 16:9 game, which, I don't know, maybe that'll be something that you dislike, but I don't think it's a huge deal. So does Isaac. So, yeah, with the gamepad, I'm using the left analog stick to run around. You can use the D-pad, but the Xbox controller has a potato for a D-pad, so I don't really use the D-pad potato, basically. And I'm just running around. The game's teaching me how to move left and right. Jump with A, which is what I'm doing, and it has that great, really satisfying sound effect. So you can double jump. Ooh, I actually forgot that you can double jump. I am a bad, like, reviewer guy, sort of. Not really reviews, not what I do, it's first impressions. And so, yeah, you can double jump, you can wall jump, so, and I have to say, the physics feel really nice. What you may see on the screen is you may think, oh, that looks a little bit floaty, doesn't it? I don't really like it. But the aerial control that you have is actually very nice. It's very good. It is, I suppose you could describe it as floaty, but I don't think it feels floaty. Usually when I use the word floaty to describe mechanics or how a platformer feels, I usually mean it in a negative context. If I were to say that this is floaty, I would say it in a positive context. I think the platforming feels really good. So now we're learning why this game is called Hungry Hubert. I can eat blocks. Oh, look at all those blocks I can eat. You can eat up, down, left, and right, which I think they're going to teach me, and I actually just showed something that I wasn't supposed to yet because we're still in the tutorial. So yes, you can eat any block in the game, any piece of ground. Obviously this I can't because, you know, it's the tutorial, but still, you basically get the idea. So, we can also shoot vomit by pressing X, which is also the gamepad B, which is what I am, again, using. So you can shoot vomit, and that's how vomit works. And it's actually kind of nice, because it's got a little bit of an arc, and it's kind of nice doing it on this level, because you can't normally do this. But I'm actually just going to eat this delicious level. Oh, look at how yummy this level is. It's kind of hard to eat up, I have to say. I often get that wrong, but it's usually not the difference between life and death, although oftentimes it can be. So you can eat down by holding the down arrow, blah, blah, blah. You saw me do this already. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I could eat up while holding A and pressing X. Oh! I should have read that better. So you just have to hold A and press X. I was trying to hold up, and it got all confusing. So yeah, as you can see, my hunger meter. Now this is the main aspect, the main mechanic of the game, is your hunger meter on the bottom. So basically, you have to keep eating in order to stay alive. So shooting makes you hungrier, which adds another layer of difficulty to the game. Because you have to continue to eat, and not get hit like that, because that's what dumb people do. But anyway, yeah, you have to continue to eat. If you get too hungry, I'll show you what happens here. If you get too hungry, okay, no, there we go. Let's watch Hungry Hubert get too hungry. Oh no, he explodes because of hunger. I'm pretty sure that's what happens in real life. Is if you starve to death, you oh god, I have to eat things. Oh, eat so many things. Oh god. So we're basically like reverse Yoshi, except not really reverse Yoshi at all. That's a horrible analogy. I wouldn't suggest that you listen to that analogy whatsoever. It's very wrong. But anyway, so we got past the tutorial, and now after the tutorial, that basically shows you things about or how to play the game, and why it's called Hungry Hubert and all that. If you look in the options, there's not a big thing that you can change. You can change the resolution scale. I think the game comes natively in windowed mode, which is great for me because I play pretty much every game in windowed mode, but I feel like people who don't record games probably don't play games in windowed mode, or maybe you do, I don't really know. So yeah, there's no music in the build right now. Hopefully there will be great music soon, because this seems like a good game for good music. But anyway, let's start the game. So the levels are randomly generated, which, you know, seems to be the flavor of forever now in video games, where everything is randomly generated, and I don't mind. I like randomly generated levels, so hey, I'm not gonna complain. But yeah, basically we have randomly generated levels, so we have to kill this little pillow swine down here, and then progress. You have to kill all the enemies on the level. Now, here's an important factor. Your hunger does carry over in between levels, so I've found it generally good to actually have low hunger, or as low hunger as you could possibly get, before you go to a farther level. Oh, why did I jump that way? That was a little bit of control floatiness that screwed me up a bit there. I gotta eat. Oh god, and hit this guy. Okay, eat, Hungry Hubert. Eat your delicious block meal. I can't imagine that that's particularly delicious, but yeah, I mean, this game is fairly simple to, oh god, to explain. So it's hard to really give you more commentary than what you see already, because the game is fairly simple. It's a simple little platformer that has really tight controls, feels really good. There was that secret door, which I actually haven't discovered exactly how to use the secret doors, but there obviously is a way. I just don't know how to do it. So there are secrets in the game, obviously, as you can tell. I don't know what they give you. There doesn't seem to be any kind of upgrade system or unlock system. But again, remember, this game is in alpha. For an alpha game, I haven't encountered any bugs whatsoever. In fact, the game runs pretty much as perfectly as you could hope. Pretty much. It gives you a good deal of, oh, okay, we're still good. Just eat, Hubert. There we go. Okay, Hungry Hubert. Also, really like the name Hubert. It's a good name. It's a man's name. Well, it could be a woman's name, I suppose, if you were really interested by that idea. Okay, we've actually gotten probably farther than I've ever gotten before on this level. Oh, God. I don't actually know what happens when you get to level 20. Perhaps the world explodes. I hope that's not the case, because, you know, I really like the world. It's, me and the world, we go way back. A whole 22 years, I'd say. There we go. Okay, we have to keep eating. There we go. Fantastic. Oh, and I think this is a boss door, so perhaps Hubert versus Quad. So yes, there are indeed bosses, it seems, that I actually was totally unaware of. Oh boy. Oh, we're dead. That's bad. That's bad. Alright, this actually feels kind of like the Olmec fight a little bit. Oh god, he turned into other blobs. That's hilarious. But the art is really nice in this game. The sound effects are fantastic. There's no music yet, so I feel it's unfortunate to show the game at this stage. And there seems to be 20 levels, but again, if I hit play again, you'll see that the levels are randomly generated. Now, when I say randomly generated or procedurally generated, which is the more proper term, obviously you're going to see the same levels twice. It just means that you probably aren't going to get the same sequence of levels 2 runs in a row. Probably. I mean, I don't know how in-depth the randomization is, but or how many levels that are coded into the game, but I'd imagine quite a few. I'm still, considering the simplicity of the art style, it's hard to tell the Well, I'm not saying that it's hard to tell the difference between levels, but I mean, it's hard to, I don't know, immediately at least tell that there's, that you're on a similar level or the same level that you were on before. See, I don't know how to open these doors. Maybe if I eat around the door, not do anything? What if I shoot in the door? Can I eat everything? What happens when you eat everything? That's actually, I've never learned that, actually. Let's find out. Let's eat everything in the world! Oh, God, we died a horrible death. Probably should have thought that through more than I did. Okay, there we go. Eating. Maybe this is how you do it, you know? You ever think about that? Yeah, you probably didn't think about that. You probably never thought about that, especially before you saw this video. Now, again, I don't think that the game is available for purchase right now, but I could be very wrong. It's very possible that it is available for purchase. It's, I think, finished. Oh, that is how you get in there. You have to eat every door. All right, let's see what's in the mystery room. I don't know what happened. I think we got an extra life. Oh, interesting. So that's the way you get extra lives, is go through those mystery doors. Learn something new every day. Learn something new about Hungry Hubert every day. Yeah, if you play Hungry Hubert enough, you probably will learn something about Hungry Hubert every day we died. But that's okay. We got another game over screen. You know, that's part of the reason that I recorded this video is because I think it's easy to record this video. There's not much to the game besides what you see before you. Now, I don't know the price point in the game. I would imagine it's quite low, or it would be quite low. I can't imagine that this game would be $15. I don't think it would be priced at $15, although that is more or less standard for indie games these days. Would I suggest paying $15 for it? I don't really know. I think it's definitely probably worth it. As a well-made game, I think the platforming feels great. If the gameplay looks like something that's interesting to you, then sure, why not, I suppose. But before that, the game needs to get on Steam. So, there's the greenlight link down below, so you could greenlight it if you want to potentially play it yourself. And I don't know if the music is going to be great. I hope it is. Generally speaking, I would think that the game is going to go for chiptune music, and that's I didn't make the generalization there, but I would imagine that the game is going to have a chiptune-like soundtrack, considering the rest of the direction of the game with the 8-bit style of art and also sound effects, so I would imagine that it would be some sort of a chiptune style, and I generally like chiptune music, so I think that'd be fine. I think that'd be fantastic as well. So I'm excited to see how this game expands, and if actually it gets any other features. I don't know what else it could possibly have. I mean, there's also the challenges, but there's no challenges in this build. So, you know, there's already an intent to have challenges, which is cool. Perhaps a level editor? I'm not really sure. What's really nice about Hungry Hubert, I will say at this point, is that the screens don't expand. So, so the levels are pretty much. I read an article with an interview with Ed McMillan, and what he was saying is knowing the core principle of your game is important. And with Meat Boy, they did a very special thing, which is that at the first screen you see the last screen, or at least the original Meat Boy. Why can't I? Oh, that's the door that I came from. But you see where your goal is, so that you can restart immediately and not have to worry. Oh boy, that's butts. So you can restart immediately and not feel like you've lost a great deal of progress. So when you die in Hungry Hubert, you don't feel like you've lost a great deal of progress, so you just keep going. So it's really great. It has a bunch of bite-sized experiences that you keep going through and trying to, you know, expand upon. It's honestly, it is very fun. I actually really enjoy this game. Oh, that's a different enemy type, by the way, which you don't know about because you didn't see it before. Anyway, yeah, that's a different enemy type, and we got killed by it. There's a few enemies in the build so far, which is pretty cool, and hopefully that'll be expanded upon as well. I don't know if at level 20 you completely beat the game. I haven't had the chance to beat the game, but I would imagine it's not going to take a great deal of work to do so if I had wanted to. Just requires a lot of mechanical skill, which is great. I think that's great. It's a skill-based platformer. It's got really tight controls. It's got good sound effects. I think it's a good game, and I would suggest that you greenlight it. I already have. And it doesn't take a great deal of time out of your day, honestly. You just click the green light link down below and then hit the thumbs up if you like the game. I suppose if you don't like it, you could always thumbs down it as well. That's part of the whole green light process, which is going to be going away very soon, by the way. So, I like Hungry Hubert. I think it's pretty fun. I don't know the price point right now, but hopefully we'll find out soon. Hopefully it'll get on Steam soon. A lot of games have been getting greenlit. And as far as a Ludum Dare game expanded upon the idea, yeah, it's pretty fun. In essence, it's a fun game. I enjoy it. So hopefully you guys check out the Greenlight link. If you don't Greenlight or whatever, you know, I understand. The link to the website is also down below. And yeah, that's basically my thoughts on Hungry Hubert. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. This has been Checkout. I'm going to do way more of these over the course of the next week because I have like 5 or 6 games in my inbox of things that I need to do. So yeah, that's going to happen. Hungry Hubert was just a good starting point because it's nice and easy to talk about. And I enjoyed it as well. I enjoyed all the games that are going to be on Checkout soon. No, well, there's one I haven't tried yet, so I guess that's part of a factor. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If this is your first time on the Checkout series, it's a semi-infrequent series and very infrequent series lately. But it's going to be more frequent over the course of the next week because again, like I said, have a lot of games that I need to cover. So that'll be a thing. It's basically just a first impression series where I cover what I feel about a game that I get an early copy of in some form or fashion, and the developers wants it shown on YouTube. So there you go. If you're a developer, by the way, and you would like your game featured on the Checkout series, you can check the About link in my channel for a business contact email. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. This has been Checkout Hungry Hubert. So hopefully you guys go ahead and greenlight it. I already have, like I said, and it's pretty fun. I don't know if there's a place that you can play it right now, but so far, I've enjoyed myself. It's a good time. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. This is Alpaca Patrol signing out. Peace, fools.